Alrighty, chat, we're back, and we have some upgrading to do. But before we get into any of the upgrading here, let's check this out. So I don't know if any of you guys have picked up your copies of Blood of Balshandor. Well, that's a lie. I know some of you have. I don't know if all of you have, but finally received my copy in the mail today, and I guess Asmodee was also sending these double-sided bookmarks to go along with it, so that's kind of neat. And yeah, I guess we'll just we'll pop this open real quick here. My tiny little arms will open this package, I swear. All right. Oh, hello, Mr. Moon. Have you come to say hello? No, you can't see my cat. Oh, you just off camera. Alrighty. So, it's nice that they give you this nice paperweight to hold your cards in. And there he is. The magician himself. A Dexter Drake. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Now I can finally play him on stream and not feel bad. So that's cool. Still have yet to receive any notice about Weaver. So I'm kind of disappointed about that, but hopefully Asmodee and FFG can get that squared away. Hello, Mr. Kodab Games. Nice to see you again, or miss, or whatever pronoun you prefer to go by. I do not know your gender, but that's quite all right. It's nice to see you again, regardless. It's just quickly showcasing the fact that I finally got my copy of Blood of Balshandor. Very nice. Very excited to finally try Dexter out, which will be fun. So let's get into upgrading this deck here. So we have 6 experience, guys. What are we thinking about? Are we thinking Shriveling 3, and then we'll have 3 experience left to toy around with? Molly's art is just yeah, Molly's art is very cool. Hopefully the camera can focus. There it goes. So that's Molly. That's very cool. I'm really excited to see what his signatures will be in the Innsmouth Conspiracy. So let's see. He has showmanship and occult scraps as his standard signature cards. So that'll be interesting. She is a sassy lady. Yeah, her fast action seems very, very good. And the fact that she just provides a good amount of soak is just great too. And then we have Yastaroth, which is his replacement signature weakness here, and that is also just great art. Excellent. That eyeball is super creepy. I got a thing with eyeballs. Oh man, that what is that? The Radical Treatment from Return to Oath, that card. So gross. Alright, so getting back into the deck here, I think it's pretty safe to say that we're going to take second copy of Shriveling 3 here. But what are we doing with the last 3 experience, chat? What are we thinking? We could bank it. Yeah, the weakness does seem pretty tame for Dexter. I think that is a fairly mild weakness, especially in comparison to some of the other novella weaknesses like Jenny's Sacrificial Beast and Roland's Dirge of Reason. Those are fairly brutal weaknesses. Also, Carolyn's To Fight the Black Wind is also extremely brutal if you draw it at the wrong time. Okay, so we could add 1 Crystalline Elder Sign. That could be pretty good. We could Mind Wipe level 3, yeah. Storm of Spirits level 3. That could be good. Dealing 3 damage could be useful for those obnoxious Bayeki in, oh, what is it? Black Star's Rise, I believe they come back in. So that could actually be pretty useful. Shards of the Void is another option we had considered as well. But Storm of Spirits is more synergistic with our deck. Other options. Twyla could be decent too. I don't think we're really built to take full advantage of Twyla. If we had like shards and shrivelings and Twyla, that'd be really good, but I don't think that's the case. So let's see. Other level 3 options include not much really. Charisma. Yeah, I guess the only cards I'd really consider are Storm of Spirits level 3, Shards of the Void, and maybe Charisma, but I don't think Charisma is worth it. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this Storm of Spirits. I mean, I think I'd rather. Like, I'd really rather take out Deductions. That card has been annoying to draw. Though I will say Deduction is, it is useful for Black Star's Rise. So we might keep it in just for that. I know at the end of Black Star's Rise you end up having to investigate. I think it's at least 2, if not 3 clues worth on that one location. Yeah, we could certainly drop 1. That's fair, I think. Just trying to think of what we'd do for it. So I don't really want to bring up the cost curve too much. I don't think there's much in the Seeker card pool that we really want. Yeah. Don't think so. Yeah. Let's see, I mean, as far as cost curve in our deck, yeah. I could also see maybe another Sacrifice and a level 2 card, but Sacrifice is good if you're playing Renfield. Twyla is really tempting, but I don't think it's good in the deck. For each 0 revealed during the attack, you seal it, and then the attack deals an additional damage. Yeah, if we had more spells in the deck, I would consider Diana Esperance as well. So let's see, another option would be to take, what is that card? Spectral Razor. I mean, we'd fight at a 6, just better than nothing. Spectral Razor could be decent. Also costs 2, right? Yeah. So Spectral Razor is an option. I'm surprised I don't even have Premonition in the deck. Premonition is usually one of my go-to cards. This deck is very janky. Let's, I mean, it is very good. Premonition is very good. I think Premonition is much better in multiplayer when you're trying to set things up. That's true. Spectral Razor could be good for that reason. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Is there any 1 experience cards that we want? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think we want any of these. Let's, I know it kind of sucks to do this, but let's put in spectral razors. And actually, let's include 1, I guess. And then we'll take out 1 of these deductions. And we have, let's see here. Like, we could include premonition to kind of give us a better idea of what we need to be doing. It's just like, it's hard to find room for it in this deck. Like, shortcut is not the best, I guess, but we've ended up using shortcut pretty frequently. We could bank the 2 experience. Maybe try to get like 3 experience and get one of the seal the elder signs. We could get like deny 5. We could, or yeah, seal the elder sign. Yeah. Yeah. Let's yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's really much else I want. Like, that doesn't seem too great. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and... I think what I'm gonna do is try to bank this. And then maybe after Black Star's Rise, we can... Or after Pallid Mask. Maybe after Pallid Mask, we can take out this deduction and put in a seal of the Elder Sign. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and rock this deck. So let's go ahead and copy that in, and let's get back into the game here. Okay, so we will go ahead and pause to that real quick. Let's copy that and let's rebuild the deck. I don't know why I do it this way, I just find it easier. I find it easier than trying to like use the TTS client to upgrade the deck. So we'll take that out. Okay. And we will shuffly. Alright, so I believe this is all pretty much set up. The Catacombs deck is set up, I believe. Or I might have to set that up. Alright, so let's see. Check the campaign log. If we did not escape the gaze of the Phantom, or if we were unable to find Nigel, we read intro 1. If we found Nigel's abode, or if you found Nigel Ingram, skip to intro 2. Okay, so we entered the Catacombs on our own. Catacombs on our own. And then we did interview Ishimaru Haruko. So we get to proceed to her information, and then we get to remember that we opened a secret passageway. Excellent. Okay, so we gathered all the encounter cards, find the Tomb of Shadows in the blocked passage, set them aside out of play. If we entered the Catacombs on our own, we find the Gate of Hell, or find the Gate to Hell, and put it into play face up. For the remainder of the scenario, the Gate of Hell is the starting location, so you place a resource on that location to mark it as such. Okay, so let's take a look through the Catacombs. Whoops, not that. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, there we go. Oh no! Why does that not work? That's obnoxious. Yes, we are just about to start Pallid Mask, so you came at a good time. Alright, well this is kind of annoying. Come on, where is it? Where's the gate to hell? There it is. Okay. Okay. Okay, so you do not place the investigators here yet. Okay. Set all the other locations aside as a separate catacombs deck. Shuffle this set aside, Tomb of Shadows, the blocked passage, and 3 other catacombs locations. Okay, and then 3 of these. Okay. So that's the bottom of the deck, I believe. Okay. And then to form the bottom 5 cards, then place all of the other catacombs locations on top in a random order. All of the cards in the catacombs deck should be showing the catacombs side so that players don't know which is which. Each investigator begins play at the starting location. Remember to trigger the forced effect on that location when it's revealed. If you opened a secret passageway, choose a catacombs location adjacent to the starting location and reveal it. The man of the Pallid mask is set aside, and then we shuffle the encounter deck. Okay. So we'll go ahead and do this, and then we'll go ahead and put the rest of these in a random order. Okay. So when the gate to hell is revealed, you put the top 2 catacombs in the catacombs deck into play above and below. Okay. And then we get to reveal one of them. So we start here, and it's a 1 shroud, 2 clue location. Oh shit, good call. Okay, yeah, let me double check that. Okay, so perform this setup as indicated, except with the following exceptions. Okay, so we gathered that. When building the catacombs deck, find the 2 set aside locations. Next, add the 4 new locations included in this counter deck. Determine your starting location as normal. And then next you're supposed to randomly choose 4 of them and remove them from the game. Okay. Yeah, good call on that. Yeah, because there's only supposed to be 10 locations, right? So I guess we'll just remove those 2, 3, and 4. Okay, good catch. Okay, so what do we, let's see what else we got here. For the duration of this scenario, the following additional rules apply. For the purpose of the Corpse Dweller's spawn ability, the man in the Pallid mask does not count as a humanoid enemy. While it is Act 2, the man in the Pallid mask cannot leave the Tomb of Shadows, and attach this card as a reminder. Okay, I'll just blow this up a little bit there. Okay, go ahead and give this a shuffle. And then this is all set, so we get to do this and do this. And then we will, I guess, reveal this one. Okay, while you are investigating the Bone-filled Cavern, put the top 2 cards in the Catacomb deck into play and to the below and to the right. Alright, so we do this as well. Okay. Well, at least this one's worth a victory point. So we might start there first. Give this a shuffle. And then let's make sure we take the man in the Pallid mask out of our deck. Oops. Okay. Alrighty. And then we'll need the scenario card as well. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. Blow this up so you can actually see it on screen here. Alright, so I think we're good to go. Let's go ahead and shuffle our deck here and draw our opening hand. Alrighty, so we draw Shriveling, Renfield, Hawkeye Folding Camera, Working a Hunch, and an Enraptured. Man, this is a really good hand. Man, we're on fire today. Yeah. So, I guess, do I want to get rid of any of these cards? I don't know. I don't think I do, actually. So we can... Let's check out our objectives here. Okay, so we have a Doom threshold of 6. And the agenda says that each location is connected to each location adjacent to it. And our objective is to find the man in the Pallid mask. He's somewhere in the catacombs. Alright, so... Well, we certainly have options. Let's, I guess, start with... Do I want to play Shriveling this turn, or do I want to wait? I guess first action is going to be to play Renfield. Okay, we will use Renfield, add Doom, and gain a resource. Then... Maybe this is a bit greedy, but let's play Hawkeye Folding Camera. I think I'm going to play Shriveling next turn. And then we're at a one Shroud location, so I guess we'll go ahead and investigate 1v3. We get a skull. Okay, X, where X is the number of locations you are from the starting location, which is currently 0. Yes, the man in the Pallid mask is supposed to be set aside. Yeah. So, yeah, okay, so we passed. We didn't draw an auto fail, so that's good. So we'll get this clue as our last action, and then we will move right back into upkeep, because there's no enemies in play. We'll refresh, and we will draw a card. And we draw a Deny Existence for the turn. Okay, let's go ahead and add a Doom. Currently at a 2 Doom of 6, and our encounter card for the turn is the Pit Below. Revelation attached to your location if there's no pit below attached to it. The attached location gets +1 Shroud. At the end of the round, each investigator at attached location takes 3 damage, and then you discard it. Okay, so let's... I guess I should have done that last turn. Let's start by investigating. Right? That doesn't... Oh, it does. It buffs it up to a 2. Buffs it up to a 2. I should have gained a resource as well. Huh, let's see. So it'd be 2v3. I could go and Rapture 2v4. That seems fine. Alright, so we'll do that. 2v4. Cultist is a -2. If this is revealed during an attack and the skill test is successful, the attack deals 1 less damage. Okay. Well, we pass. So we get to put a charge on our gate box. And that was our first action. Let's use Renfield to gain a resource. Let's second action, get this Shriveling down. We will go ahead and add 4 charges to it. And then let's go ahead and use our last action here to move, because we do not want to take 3 damage. We should have also grabbed that clue. Alright, we'll go ahead and we'll move into the Bonefield Cavern. So while we are investigating, we have 1 fewer hand slot, and when it's revealed, we did that. Okay, so that's our turn. That was investigation phase, so at the end of the round, we'll have to discard that. No enemies, and then upkeep. That'll go away, and we'll go into upkeep. Refresh. Draw Death 13 for the turn. Go up to 2 resources, and we'll enter Mythos phase. All right, 3 Doom of 6, and our encounter card for the turn is the Spirit's Torment. So it gets attached to our location, and then after we leave attached location, we must either take a horror or lose an action. And then it has an ability to place one of our clues on the location to discard it. Okay. Well, I don't know if we're going to be doing too much of that. This should have a charge on it. Let's remember all of my triggers here. So that's a three shroud location. Okay, I guess let's start with Renfield. Gain a resource. First action, let's play this Death 13. Okay. We have 2 actions left. We're at 4 intellect versus 3. I think second action we're gonna test 1 up. Draw 0, and then we'll get a clue there, and then we'll test again 1 up. 4v3, and the auto fail. There it is. Okay, so we get 1 clue, so that's not too bad. All right, so we're at 3 clues. Running out of time pretty quickly here. Okay, so nothing happens during enemy phase, so we'll go right back into upkeep. We'll ready Renfield, and we'll gain a resource and draw a card. We draw Sacrifice. Excellent. So now we have a way to get rid of Renfield, and we'll move into Mythos phase here. So let's go up to 4 Doom of 6. And our encounter card is the Corpse Dweller. Ugh. Okay, so let's see. Discard a humanoid enemy at play at the location. No humanoid enemies in play, you discard it and gain Surge. Okay. The Catacombs Docent. It's a 3/2/2 enemy. It spawns at the nearest unrevealed location, and it has a parlay to test Intellect 4 to interpret the guide's ravings. If you succeed, look at the unrevealed side of any Catacombs location in play. Limit once per game. Okay. Let's, I guess, put him here. That seems fine. Okay, so that was our Mythos phase. Let's move into investigation phase. It certainly was a lucky order. Certainly was indeed. Let's use Renfield to gain a resource. We're going to be going up to 5 Doom next turn. So next turn we're going to kill Renfield with our Sacrifice. Let's go ahead and... do we want to investigate, or do we want to just use Working a Hunch? We're a 3v4. I think it's worth it to use Working a Hunch here. We'll use Working a Hunch. We'll grab that last clue. And then we'll also get a victory point and a charge on our Hawkeye folding camera, bringing us up to 5 intellect, which is excellent. Let's go ahead and move. And we'll have to spend a clue to do so, which is fine. And we will lose an action because of the Spirit's Torment. Nope. We're spending 2 actions to move here, so. Okay, so we ignore the text on unrevealed locations adjacent to it. And then when it's revealed, you put the topmost catacombs into play on the right. Okay. And I guess last action, let's move. Okay, we find the Labyrinth of Bones. It's a 2 shroud, 2 clue location. When it's revealed, you put the topmost card of the Catacombs deck above, below, and to the right. Okay, let's just move this over here. Turn the snap off. My cat is snoring. That's hilarious. All right, so we're here. This is the Catacombs deck. So we'll put it's above, below, and to the right. above, below, and to the right. Okay, so that's our turn. Enemy phase, I don't think that guy hunts. He does not, he just hangs out. Okay, so we'll move right into upkeep. Go ahead and ready, draw, and gain a resource. And there's the deduction. Actually kind of useful in this scenario. So we'll move right into Mythos phase here. We're currently at 5 Doom of 6 thanks to Renfield. And our encounter card for the turn is the Shadow Behind You. So you put it into play into your threat area, you can spend an action to look behind you, and at the end of your turn, if you didn't use the above action, you must either discard all of your resources or discard all cards in your hand. Okay, well, we only have one resource. So that's a thing. That's true, we can do that as well, yeah. Let's... What do we want to do? I think we're gonna probably get rid of Renfield this turn. So I guess what we'll do is we'll put a Doom on Renfield to gain 2 resources. Let's first action sacrifice. Discard Renfield and draw 3 cards. Alright, we draw Spectral Razor, Vantage Point, Hawkeye Folding Camera, and Vantage Point. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Let's... We have tons of clues. Let's go ahead and, I guess, second action, we will... We'll use deduction. We're currently at a 5-6 intellect versus 2. And we draw -2, so we end up passing that and grabbing 2 clues from the Labyrinths of Bones. Okay. We have 5 total clues now. First action was sacrifice. Second action, investigate. Third action... Let's see, we could... I guess what we could do is just look behind us, and then next turn we can spend our resources, hopefully. It seems okay. I'm not like super put out if we end up losing like a resource or 2. That's not the end of the world. So I guess last action we're gonna look behind us, and then that'll be our turn. That doesn't move, and then we'll move right into upkeep here. I did look behind me, so we don't have to trigger the shadow just yet. Let's go up to 4 resources and draw a card. We draw a copy of Seeking Answers, okay. Let's move into Mythos phase. We're at 5 Doom of 6 because we discarded Renfield. And our encounter card for the turn is a Crypt Chill. Gross. Alright, so we have to test Willpower 4. And if we fail, we have to discard an asset, and if we can't, we have to take 2 damage. So, currently we are at a 5. Interesting. I also forgot to add a charge to the camera after we grabbed the last clues there from the deduction. Yeah, yeah, I would say that's a pretty productive way of spending your time in a Zoom meeting. All right, well, we're 1 up on this test. I think it's pretty worth it to hold on to our assets. So let's pitch Hawkeye Folding Camera from our hand to go up to 6. Okay, And we draw -1. Alright, so we pass the crypt chill. Alright, we have 3 actions. I still don't really have a use for our cards just yet. So we might have to lose 4 resources. I guess first action, let's move. We'll move down here and we'll spend a clue. Oops. Okay. We find another labyrinth of bones. Alright, so it goes above, below, and to the right. Okay, so if anything, it's this location to the right. I think we're okay on clues for now. So let's... Oh, shibby. Nice. So we can use deny to deny the shadow behind us. Let's go ahead and... Should have just done that last turn. Let's move into this catacombs location. And we find the Tomb of Shadows. Nice. Okay, well, that was easy. Alright, so when the Tomb of Shadows is revealed, we advance to Act 1B. Alright, so we spawn the set-aside Man in the Pallid Mask weakness at the Tomb of Shadows. Check the campaign log. If Ishimaru is not under a VP slain, which she most certainly is, she would spawn at the starting location. Well, thankfully she is. Okay, so we can either defeat the Man in the Pallid Mask, or since we have a bunch of clues, we can already we can spend the requisite number of clues to advance. We have 1 action left with our turn. While the Man in the Pallid Mask is in the Tomb of Shadows, he gets +1 health and can't be defeated by his action ability. So he's currently a 4/4/4 enemy. Okay, well, we have clues, so we could just do that. Yeah. Let's... I guess we'll do that. We'll spend 2 clues here, and then we will see what the Man in the Pallid Mask is trying to show us. Alright, so we mark 2 doubt in our campaign log. Oops. Okay. Oops. And then we advanced to leading the way. Alright, so let's see. We ignore the forced ability on blocked passage, and if each investigator is at blocked passage, we advance. Alright, so that's pretty simple. And he gets discarded? Did I read that correctly? Sorry, I'm gonna have to double check that. That was silly of me. Barred. Yeah, remove him from the game. Okay. Alright, so bye now. Alright, well, we still have 1 action left, and we're looking for the blocked passage. So I kind of want this victory point. 4 Shroud is kind of brutal. We're currently at a 5 intellect. 4v5. So I guess we could use Vantage Point and Gatebox to grab the clues that we want, or at least grab a clue, and then no, let's instead last action's we're gonna do some cheese here. So we'll do the old seeking answers at this location. So that'll be 2 versus 5 here. Okay. Skull is currently, let's see. We're here, technically, I guess. And this will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's too much. Okay, so we end up failing. So that's neither here nor there. Okay, well that's unfortunate. Okay, so end of the round, we have to do this, and or at the end of our turn. So we'll go ahead and use Deny Existence to prevent the loss of resources. All right, so in upkeep here, let's draw a card. Draw our second vantage point and go up to 4 resources here, and then we'll enter Mythos phase. The agenda will advance this turn, and we find the Specter of Death. It's a 3/5/3 enemy. He spawns at the starting location. He has Hunter, Retaliate, and I'm assuming, yeah, that's Alert, basically. It's Hunter, Retaliate, and Alert. And he has a forced effect that says after you would fail a skill test while attempting, or no, that's the evade effect. Okay, and then while it's exhausted, it takes 1 less damage for each attack made against it. Okay, well, that's fine. The forced effect is Alert, basically. That's what I meant to say. I misspoke. Okay, well, so he spawns at the starting location, so he's all the way over here. Get our actions, and then let's draw our encounter card. And we draw a ghoul minion. Alright, it's a 2/2/2, and it deals 1 damage and 1 sanity. Okay, well, that's not too bad. So, let's see here. Let's go bye-bye now. We'll use a charge of the gate box to disengage from this ghoul enemy. Spawn Wondrous Journey. And then we're gonna go ahead. Okay, so let's see. I'm assuming I can't play both of these at once. So we'll play one. If I could play both, I certainly would. But we can probably save it for another time. So we're gonna go ahead and use Vantage Point to grab a clue from the Tomb of Shadows and target the Wondrous Journey to give it 0 Shroud. And then we'll use our first action to investigate. God damn it. Alright, fine. So second action, we'll investigate. Alright, that's what I'm talking about. So we'll grab this clue. We're up to 3 clues now. And we have 1 action left with our turn. I guess we could draw a card. Let's see, so I mean, we could pretty much move wherever we want. So he's gonna hunt to here, I'm assuming. I guess we can just go here and then go downward. So that seems okay. Yeah, we'll do that at the end of our turn. But with our last action, we're gonna go ahead and draw. And we draw a copy of Unexpected Courage. So that'll end our turn, and we'll move into the end of the investigation phase, and I'll move back into this labyrinth of bones here. All right, and then during enemy phase, the Specter of Death will go ahead and hunt, and we will move into upkeep. I'll draw. Ready. We draw a Storm of Spirits, and we go up to 4 resources. And then go ahead and go up to 1 Doom of 12. Has the same clause of all the locations adjacent to each other are connected. All right, our encounter card for this Mythos phase is an Obscuring Fog. Nice. Well, Obscuring Fog is pretty much a blank for us. So, let's... I think what I want to do first here is I want to expand the map a little bit. So I think with my first action, I'm going to go ahead and spend a clue to move down. And we find a candlelit tunnel. So let's see, it has an action to test intellect 3. To read an ancient sign. If you succeed, you get to look at an unrevealed side of any catacombs location. And then when it's revealed, you put the top 2 catacombs cards to the left and to the right. Okay, so left and right. Okay, so that's that. I can, yeah, that's basically my plan. So we'll go ahead and use Gatebox again. Well, I can kind of wait a turn. Like, I'm in no rush to get that one clue. And if we draw an enemy, like, I'd rather have the charges to try to dodge enemies I don't want to kill. Yeah, we have 2 clues left. Let's... Right. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, we could. I mean, I think it's better to just use it on a lower shroud location. But I guess we could go 2v5. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so we'll go 2v5. We'll grab this and put it on this location here. And we'll investigate 2v5. Of course. Fine. Draw another auto fail. I guess that makes up for the last game where we ended up drawing like 3 Elder Signs and no auto fails and passed like all but 1 test. So we're averaging out the bag now, I guess. Okay, we have 1 action left. So I mean, I still get a victory point, right? Like, is that's still how that works? Is there's no clues on it? Yeah, it does. It's not liking Vantage Point today because I've been doing some serious shenanigans with the bag. But yeah, I assume I still get a victory point here, which is nice. So I kind of want to finish this scenario before we draw Bloodthirst. Although I guess Bloodthirst isn't the end of the world. Nice, okay. So yeah, I guess with my last action, I can go ahead and, whoops. I guess I'd go ahead and move to the left. We'll spend one of our clues. So we have 1 clue left. And we find the secret passage. Okay. It's one of the new locations. It has 5 shroud and a single clue. If you control the clasp of the Black Onks, you may place the clasp within the skull's eye socket and the passage opens. Reveal the catacombs locations to the right of the secret passage. When it's revealed, put the topmost location into play on the right. Okay, well, that doesn't help. Okay, well, that's our turn, so we'll go ahead and move into enemy phase, where the Specter of Death will move, and we will go into upkeep. So we'll draw our second copy of Storm of Spirits, go up to 4 resources, refresh, and put a Doom on the agenda. So we're up to 2 Doom of 12, and our encounter card for the turn is another Crypt Chill. Okay, well, Is it worth it to... What is the, He's just a 3? That's not too bad. Yeah, that's really not too bad. It does? Oh, yeah, he would go back to the starting location, that's right. Yep, good call. Good call. Okay, what is our objective is to find the blocked passage, okay. So back to this crypt shell. We are 5v4, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and commit this unexpected courage. And that'll put us up to 7v4. Okay, and we draw a skull, which is 1, 2. Okay, so we do manage to pass. All right, so investigation phase here. Let's, I guess, move. Okay. We're at 5 intellect. I guess second action, investigate. 5v3. Okay. Cultist is a -2, so we do pass. We'll go ahead and get a clue. Brings us up to 2. We have 2 catacombs locations, so we probably want at least one more clue, I think. Let's use our last action to investigate again. 5v3 here. Okay, so we get a skull, which is 1, 2, -3. We were at 3v5, so unfortunately we fail that test. Okay, so that was our investigation phase. During the enemy phase, the Specter of Death will move here. And we will move into upkeep. Okay. We'll go to 5 resources, and our draw for the turn is shortcut. Nice. We can save an action that way, so that's good. We'll move right into Mythos phase here. We're at 3 Doom of 12. Okay, so we don't need this anymore. Alright, our counter card for the turn is an Obscuring Fog. Okay, well, duly noted. We are non-investigating that location. Let's move into our investigation phase. Let's go ahead and move and spend a clue to go here, I guess. Ooh, the blocked passage. There it is. Okay, so we find the blocked passage. Force, when you reveal the blocked passage, take 2 damage, and you cannot leave this turn. Brutal. Okay. Okay, so we can choose to advance if we want to, but I don't think we do just yet. I mean, we can't leave, so that's a thing. I mean, if we can't leave, we might as well draw. Well, I don't really want to draw any cards, because I don't want to like accidentally draw a weakness. So let's see. The Specter's gonna move here. Next turn, I could Gatebox, event, shortcut. Yeah, we could like shortcut fight. Okay, that seems okay. So I guess we'll resource with our last 2 actions, since we can't leave or really do much of anything productive. So we'll go right into enemy phase in the Specter of Death will go ahead and move into the secret passage, and we will go right back into upkeep. Refresh. Go up to 8 resources, and we'll draw another copy of David Renfield. Right into Mythos phase. We're at 4 Doom now of 12, and our encounter card for the turn is the Poltergeist. Okay. So he's a 3/2/4 enemy. Cannot be damaged except by spell, relic, or encounter cards. And it has an action, parlay, test intellect 3 to attempt to banish the Geist, and if you succeed, you deal it a damage. Alright, well. Let's see here. I mean, I don't think that changes our plans. I think what we do here is we gatebox. I'll go ahead and disengage from the Poltergeist. And we'll move into the Wondrous Journey. Okay. We will use shortcut. Okay. And we'll move into this location. The Specter of Death will engage us. And now we're going to go on a Shriveling Fest. Okay, so Shrivel number 1. It's going to be, let's see, 5, 6, 7 V3. Okay, -1. He takes 2 damage. Action number 2. I'm gonna shrivel again. 7 V3. Draw an Elder Sign. We get to put a charge on the gate box and deal the Specter of Death 2 more damage. And then the last action, we'll shrivel again. Okay. And that will be 7 V3 again. And we draw a skull. So we're going to take a horror, and we are 2 locations away. So we do manage to succeed. We do take a horror, going up to 3. And we defeat the Specter of Death by shriveling it. Most excellent. So I will just put this up here. Okay. So that was our turn. None of the enemies on the board hunt, so we're good on that aspect now. And then we will go ahead and move right back into upkeep here. We'll go ahead and refresh everything. Draw a card. Draw our second shriveling, going up to 9 resources this turn. And then we'll move right into Mythos phase. We're at 5 Doom of 12. And we draw for the turn. Another Shadow Behind Us. Okay. So let's see what we can do here. So on our turn, we can, I mean, we could just move, resign, right? Or move, advance. I don't think we need to do anything fancy. Don't think there's any extra VP. We have 2 on the board, plus the 2 that we earned from defeating the Specter, so I don't think there's much else we need to do. There's only 2 locations left in the deck anyway, so yeah, I guess I can save myself an action by gateboxing. So we'll gatebox, and then we'll use our first action to move back into the block passage. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Is just go ahead and use my first action to move back there, and then we'll advance. Alright, so following the stranger's lead, we take a circuitous route through the underground passageways, and we're finally confronted with a dead end, blocked by an impossibly thick wall of collapsed bone and rubble. The stranger stands nearby, holding the partially charred skull he pulled from the fires in the Tomb of Shadows. What now, you ask, confused. He holds the skull aloft, and the floor begins to collapse into the pit of emptiness below. Bones and rubble from the wall fall into the pit, and it grows larger with each moment. The stranger bows and then falls backward into the pit before you can grab him. Wait! You call out, but it's too late. With the pit growing and threatening to swallow the catacombs entirely, you have no choice but to follow him. Resolution 2. Okay, so Resolution 2. You fall ceaselessly through the empty abyss. No air slows your descent or courses through your hair. It is a passageway devoid of reality. Finally, you pass through an invisible gateway and enter another realm. Looming above and below are two skylines, one a warped reflection of the other. A vortex of swirling black clouds and crashing waves lies in between them. You study both sides. The familiar city and its strange mirror. Could this be the path to Carcosa? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the title. A passageway between realities where realms converge? If so, all that is left is to find where the gate appears on Earth. You fall into the vortex below. You are shaken awake by a police officer and lifted to your feet. You feel as though the weight of a train is slammed into your head, the pain unbearable. The man shines a flashlight in your eyes and asks you several questions in French. Your eyes widen with realization and you rest your arm free from the confused man's grip. I have to go at once. In your campaign log, record that you know the site of the gate. You know the site of the gate. Okay. Add 2 tallies under chasing the stranger. And then we remove the cultists and add tablets. Alrighty. Bop, bop. Oops. There we go. Alright. And then what else do we got here? And then each investigator earns victory X. Okay, so let's just double check here. There's 1 at the Tomb of Shadows. There's 1 in the Bone-Filled Cavern. And it looks like that's it, apart from the Specter of Death, so... yeah. So I think that was it. I think... Oh, the Well of Souls, okay. And the Shivering Pools. So there was, I guess there could have been a reason to get greedy for extra experience, but I don't think it was necessary. Yeah. I mean, these are tough locations to investigate anyway, so... Yeah, that would have been a little too tough to investigate, I think. We didn't really have... We had all the combat things in our hand, but nothing to investigate with at that point, so yeah, really, not too bad there. Okay, so, chat, before we head out today, let's go ahead and upgrade the deck here. We have 4 experience, so do we want to... what do we want to take out for... I think I really want to play with Seal of the Elder Sign here, which would leave us with 1 experience. I'm thinking Prophesy isn't super great. I think there's a lot of low doom thresholds in the next scenario, so I could see maybe taking out Prophesy. The 1 deduction I think is going to be actually kind of useful because there's a couple locations that have multiple clues on them, if I remember correctly. I know the Abbey certainly does, and I think the church does too. Or the other location in that scenario. So we could, yeah, we could take out Prophesy for Seal of the Elder Sign, which wouldn't be bad. Let's just take a look at some of the other appealing options to us. Deny 5 is an option. We could... I guess that's really kind of it. We have 6 experience, so I mean, I guess we could include like 2 Crystalline Elder Sign if we wanted to go that way. But I don't think it's necessary. I think I want to play Seal the Elder Sign. All right, and then let's take out one of these Prophesy. I think I want to hold on to this deduction. So yeah, so this is going to be the deck that we run Black Star's Rise with, which is kind of a hit or miss scenario for me. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I don't like the way the scenario is kind of random, in that you have to kind of just like hope that you get the right locations at the right time, or the right agenda at the right time. But yeah, I mean, apart from that, I think it'll be interesting. I think Luke has plenty of great options to get through that scenario, so I'm not super worried about it. Alrighty, chat. Well, I think that's gonna do it for today. I don't really know what else to say other than, if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we will be back. We'll be back Wednesday. So stay tuned, and you guys stay safe and have a great rest of your day.